forgot.
Nah, boys, you know who Joe is.
We're defense,
I was talking Cold War for 13 hours and I still remember.
Shut up, nobody asked.
Peacon, you need to switch us to defense on the settings.
Okay.
Yo, Baron.
Yeah.
Do you know who Joe is?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Oh, Joe Mama. Okay, yeah.
Right, I'll just share the stream with you.
Wait, who?
No, don't give a fuck.
Nigel, I'm just gonna share the stream with you to Discord, okay?
Nah, fam. Who cares?
Recon, make sure that blue team's on defense, right? Yeah.
Yes, blue team's on defense.
He doesn't.
No, he does.
I do, believe in me.
Yeah, Recon, if you're ready, you can just start. Oh, we need to stream.
Yes, I just shared it with you,
Put the
mate.
stream things, I'll do it.
Who wants my Zim?
Me, please. No, I don't want your Zim.
I think this is gonna be a good game, actually.
Mate, my Zim's sick. It gives you a 0.8 KD, so it's on point.
My
Zim's stream. Are you already doing it?
Dusty, crusty looking, yo.
Yeah, you all ready?
He's linking the stream, Mongbong.
Maybe. The echo is actually insane. I'm actually gonna rope it.
Why is there still
Whose team is
Revenants?
I put Revenants
Yeah,
and...
I'll change it now.
I'm gonna get a drink.
the end.
Stop
I
the
put
game
both
when
because I didn't know what to call
Okay,
you
that's
guys.
cool.
Right, you all ready, yeah? Alright, good luck, have fun, guys.
Alright, Nigel, one question. Do I change to DN or Distorted Nation? DN? Okay.
To DN.
Good luck, guys.
Then we can say it's decent odds.
Okay, alright, we're ready.
Good luck.
Alright, let's go. Good luck, have fun.
Don't have fun. Don't have fun.
I think this is going to be a close game. You're going to see a Thatcher band coming out from Revenants. Looks like it's going to be a very close game. The ranks are pretty similar. Monty band coming out from Complexity. It's a pretty standard band so far. Kaid band. Pretty default bands so far. Okay, it's just going to be CCTV cash defense first, coming out from DN. Pretty standard lineup. Interesting to see the Goyo. Pretty frag heavy lineup here coming out from both teams. 6th pick onto the Goyo. Looks like Complexity are going to be able to deal with that pretty easily, as they have the Zephyr and the Ash.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Looks like a pretty standard setup here.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Interesting shield here in cash.
Seconds remaining.
No Goyle shields in garage so far. unusual.
5 seconds to go. Attackers are heading out.
It looks like it's going to be a main breach push from Complexity, as they're going to have 3 players rappelling up the breach. Joe's going to be droning himself in towards stock. Joe's going to be entering into stock now. He's going to find the bandit. Yes, he will. Joe with a nice headshot onto the expose, making his way into garage. Jaeger hitting some shots onto Joe and taking him down. Nice pick coming out from Yev. However, bomb garage breach has been opened. 3 players all stacked up outside of breach. It's not looking like good positioning from there. Gronk has a shield on them. Interesting use of the severe stuns, but Yev is just holding this catwalk down. Jade's trying to flash him out, but it's not going to be working as he has the ADS. Making his way up towards the staircase. Looks like they're just going to be forcing their way through the breach. The severe impact is going to be taking out the smoke's deployable shield. And the blue team's just going to be holding angles. Jade's stuck under the rafters in garage here. Yev just holding angles on him. Robbie coming to back up his teammate in garage. Jade's is just going to be burning time. Yev doing a very good job here at just holding his position and wasting time. And Jade's finding a frag onto Yev, giving the blue team, losing the blue team garage control. And smoked on. This is looking pretty good for the attackers. They've drawn out a lot of the defensive utility, and it's 4v3. Looks like Complexity are going to go for a plant here. Barricade putting the plant down. Bronk cracking smokes and patching the C4, but Barricat's just going to plant with a fuser. Fanatical runs in and finds one. Frank with a refrag onto Fanatical. Frank just pushing his way through, but he doesn't know that Jades is going to be below. And he's going to go for the counter defuse. Do they know he's defusing? Yes, they do. And Rob finds one. Frank with a refrag onto Rob. Jade's pushing up behind him. Will he find the kill? Yes, he will. A nice pick from him to finish things up. 1-0 to Complexity. A really nice execute and round from them. Yev also making a really good attempt to hold on to garage. Really nice round from Frank there, trying to hold down the site, but his teammates couldn't quite get enough frags, and the round was lost when the plant was put down. Not enough intel, as they're going to be going utility heavy, not running a Valk Echo or a Maestro. It's interesting, but
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
It's not really going to be working out for them, as they have the side of Complexity bringing Ash and Zafir to make mincemeat of the Guile shields. They're going to be going back to CCTV and Cash with the same lineup. Nothing's changed. It looks like the same setup as well. Pretty standard things. No holds below.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yeah, going to be taking out some drones nice and early. Prevent that late round intel.
10 seconds remaining.
Interesting shield placements in here from Cash, but
5
it
seconds
looks
to go.
like they're not going to be pushing for construction, as last round they
Attackers
went
are heading out to
breaching
the
damage. Yeah, it's going to look like another breach push coming up from Complexity here as they make their way up to the breach. 3 players on breach, and Joe's just going to be entering into stock again. Will he be able to get the early frag like he did last round? A bit of drone work, and he finds the bandit roaming in stage. And the bandit's just going to hold his ground, not going to be rotating, just now falls back into bar. Joe's going to be advancing towards the bandit. But in the meantime, the breach has been opened, and so has bottom garage. Jade's just doing a bit of reconnaissance work on the garage to see if he can find Yev. And Yev pretty easily spots out that drone, but doesn't quite hit shots. Barricade just playing it patient outside the breach, spraying some shots in an attempt to pinch out this Jaeger and garage. Can't find him. This ADS is going to be really useful for Yev just to burn the attacker's utility. Gets flashed out now. Jade's making his way up towards Yev, but doesn't quite make the aggression. Robbie's just going to be droning this Jaeger. They're constantly trying to pinch him out. He's doing such a good job at wasting time in the garage. Still Barracat and Rob stuck outside of breach. The Ash charge doing some damage to the patch as Joe's just going to be making his way up the stairs. Rob finds one, Barracat finds one, and Joe just advancing up the staircase, getting a trade onto Franck, trading off his teammates and making his way into the depot plant now. Barricat's going to put the diffuser down any minute now. Kaisif finds one onto Joe, but he finds himself left in a 1v3. The attackers are just going to be putting the plant down now. Natal's going to be playing very passive, and Kaisif finds one, but can't quite finish the kill. Fanatical is just going to be playing passive on the cache stairs while Jades holds outside of breach. Kaisif making his way through the rotate now. Can he find the head of Fanatical? No, he turns the wrong way, and Fanatical finishes things up. 2-0 to Complexity. A really nice game so far from them. Doubling up, holding their angles, getting the plant down. Really nice game so far. It's 1st to 7 and it's a best of 2. Going to be changing sites now, going down to Church Arsenal as they've had no luck on CCTV cache. It's going to be more useful now they bought the Maestro to gather some intel, as in the previous 2 rounds they've had no luck. I don't know how to remove the sidebar, so
defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Looks like a pretty standard hold coming out from Revenants. No big strats, just pretty standard defense from them. They're going to be having rotates into blue and holding it. Interesting how they put the rotate on the other side. Usually you see teams put it on the northwest side rather than northeast.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Interesting. See if it works out for them.
Attackers' objective is to defuse the bomb. The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recover the diffuser.
Looks like it's just going to be a top floor down, get the hatches clear from Complexity. And Robbie's just going to be making his way into stock with Joe. Making their way through the building. Not much drone work going on here for Complexity. Barricade just droning Joe in, but really haven't droned too much of the map. It looks like they're not going to bother clearing top floor, but there's no roamers up here as far as I can see. Jade's just droning himself into kitchen, going to be getting the hatch. Going to be joining strip club now. I'm not going to find anyone in there because it's all clear. Fanatical on the drones, just making sure it's all clear for him to push down. He spots out Franck playing down here in blue. And it looks like a pretty heavy anchor from the blue team. 4 on site. 5 on site. It's just going to be who can win their gunfights here. Complexity just really trying to draw the attack, the defender's utility out, and getting popped pretty early. Jades finds a nice frag onto Kaisiv as the kitchen hatch is open. And he's just going to rotate out to dirt, repositioning. But nice expose is just going to be sat here, gassing the entrance off, not letting anyone in. Joe in Moto and Barakat dropping. Joe finding the head of Franck as he advances towards Church, making use of his utilities to get rid of the equalizer, and they're just going to be pushing into sight here. Robbie taking control and finding the kick from Yev. Fanatical with another, and it's a 3v1 situation. All left up to Smoke. Who's the last seen in dirt? No. Joe's going to be planting the diffuser down in Church, and Smoke is nowhere to be seen. And he's rotated up the kitchen, drops the hatch, lights up the Zephyr, but can't quite finish the job, and Robbie cleans things up. Another really nice round coming out from Complexity. DN just not playing very well this game so far. Quite frankly, a shambles. First 2 rounds they had no intel operator, and they're just trying to play on their own. They're not communicating and doubling up. They're just losing their gunfights. Not been a very good half so far from them, but hopefully we'll see them pick things up as we head towards the split. Complexity are in a really strong position. 3 rounds in a row on Clubhouse attack. It's really good as Clubhouse is heavily defender sided.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Looks like they're just going to be going for the exact same setup, exact same operating set they're having for Wamai. Don't think they had the Wamai last time. Franck's just going to be getting the hatches, and Complexity going to be presetting their drones just so to save them a bit of time later on in the round. It'll be interesting to see if DN are just going to be bunkering down in the site again, or if they're going to have someone roaming. It looks like it's going to be another bunker hold.
5 seconds to go.
Franck living it quite late, getting kitchen hatch. It's
Attackers are
pretty
moving out to
risky, but I
locate a
think
bomb
he's
and
going to get
defuse
away
it.
unscathed. Robbie and Jade sprinting down to see if they can find the Wamai, but they can't. It looks like Yev is going to be roaming this time, so we could see maybe a top floor clear, as he's going to be holding up top. He's prepped the jump out, so he might be able to find a pick onto Jades here, but it looks like he doesn't know when he doesn't have it. Yev getting droned out and just falling back down main stairs. Swarmed with drones, and he finds one. Franck finds one onto Joe though, a nice early pick from him. As that's Joe just trying to take control of blue and getting shut down immediately. Yev's just going to be playing aggressive here on blue stairs, but it looks like... yeah, Jade's is going to be getting kitchen hatch, and Yev is just going to be holding his angles. Rob's going to be holding the swing, but it looks like Yev's just going to be playing it safe here. Barakat just getting lit up here. Rob sees the head of the egg and can't quite hit the shot. And Yev just falls back into sight. Looks like the attackers are going to be pushing down main stairs now. Jade's getting Moto hatch. Will he be dropping? This is looking like a much better round from DN, as they've just shot the drones and fallen back off the roam, burning a lot of time and getting the early pick. Much better round from them. Barakat though is already down bottom main, open church wall. The defenders are just going to be bunkering down the church, but Barracat finds the head of the Goyo and pushes into default plant. Does he know there's a second behind the bomb? No, he does not. He pre-fires shots into the blue rotate, but Frank is just going to sit tight up behind the reinforcement. Yev sitting here behind the bomb, but they know the position of him, and Barracat's going to be lighting up. Yev's making a push and getting shut down by Robbie. Robbie finds a second, and the plant's going down. Jade's finishing thing is up onto K-Shiv, and 4-0 to Complexity. An outstanding performance so far. Really nice attacking rounds from them. They're just using their utility well, getting rid of the Goyo shields and the Wamai discs, using their flashbangs, and everyone's droning and doing what they need to be doing, so it's really nice to see that from them. Looks like some operator changes coming out from DN here as they realise they need to change things up. See the castle being brought, not that it's going to do much when they're running at Ash under Zafia, but we'll see how it goes. Vigil's going to be coming out, so it looks like a more heavy roam coming out from Revenants this time.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yeah, it looks like a similar setup, but it looks like Vigil's going to be roaming. Valkyrie maybe we'll see an early C4 coming out from
Bomb
them.
located by attackers. 5 seconds remaining.
It looks like they're not going to be playing blue this time.
Attackers are heading
They've
out
left
to
Vegas
the bomb.
there. Barracat getting spawn killed. It looks like it's going to be 2 roamers on the top floor, Kai-Shiv and Yev. Interesting to see where the Vigil plays. Maybe 3 on top floor. Only leaving 2 on side if the and Expose finds 1 onto Barracat. Nice early pick for DN. Will they be able to capitalise off this? Joe's going to be pushing into blue, and Yev finds 1 on
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Looks like the defenders' heavy roam here is going to be messing the attackers up as they're just getting collapsed on from the top floor players, just coming down and flanking them. Yev with another onto Robbie, and looks like it's going to be the first round of the map for DN. 3 roamers. Jades finds 1 onto Frank, but it looks like it's pretty unclutchable, but they have site control and the diffuser's going down. They just walked in. Not enough site pressure, and Padge gets taken out. And
Defenders have eyes on the
Kai-Shiv and Yev
Attackers need to
find the
protect
last
it.
2 remaining attackers. Find their first round of the map.
Defenders disabled the diffuser. Defenders win.
Nice round from them, but the roam is just not rotating back in time, and the plant's going to get put down, but it's just too little too late coming out from Complexity. Same lineup from Complexity, but they're going to be sticking on that Vigil as it seemed to be quite effective. The aggression working out for DN.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Going to be a similar setup by the looks of it, just default thing, same shield coming out from DM. See if they can make any changes in the aggression.
Attackers have discovered the location of the
As
bomb.
they're going to be running the Vigil instead of the Mine. It's always a nice pick on this objective. Just prevents the attackers from pushing up the staircases unknown.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Looks like it's again just going to be breach push coming out from Complexity. Fabric's just going to be opening up this wall, and an early run out from Expose, not finding any of the attackers, but burning a bit of time and taking their concentration off. The Bonner's going to be opening up bottom garage and holding some long angles. Interesting how Jades is running when he's holding such long peaks, but he's just going to be getting tormented by the Vigils and melee holes on the barricades. Burning time there. Yev's just going to be holding the catwalk. And again we're going to see Barricat and Fanatical outside the breach. Claymore through the drone hole to slowly rotate. But it looks like it's just going to be who can win their gunfights. Talking of gunfights, Joe finds one onto Yev and they take garage control very early into the round. Vigil's going to be rotating through lounge, maybe trying to retake garage. Will he be able to find the frag? And he lights up the Hibana but can't quite find the head. Falls back to sight, and it's looking like it's going to be consecutive rounds as they head on in, but the Vigil finds one and Bronk fights back with another onto Joe. The diffuser is left lying in Sister V, the Melusi device just slowing the attackers, and the Vigil with his second kill of the round as he retakes garage, third for him. Absolute wonderful round from Expose. All down to Fanatical now, just sitting outside of breach work versus 4 defenders. Vigil runs out and finds his 4th of the round. A really nice round from the Vigil, as DN take their 2nd round of defense. Two 4 on the split is not the greatest scoreline for DN, but hopefully we will see a comeback here. It's interesting to see the clash pick for Church Arsenal. No Intel operators, maybe the Legion, but... And the 6th pick to the Wamai. Interesting picks. Strange how we're going to see a Bandit being bought for basement, but maybe it's a fake out. Kashev's going to be switching on to the Kali, also an interesting pick. Going to be shocked when they see that they're attacking basement with a Kali, but we'll see how it goes.
Defenders,
for
protect
DN.
your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Looks like Jades is going to be making rotates into blue and holding that. Robbie's going to be electrifying dirt, not that it's going to do much, because if he doesn't know, there's a drone hole that they can shoot the Bandit batteries through, but it's an interesting strat. Half of Church Wall going to be opened up. It's unusual.
5 seconds to insertion.
Might work out for them. It looks like
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse.
looks like Complexity are a lot more ready to defend Clubhouse. It looks like they've got their setup nailed, and they're ready with their strats. See how it goes. Looks like a heavy blue push here from DN. It's top floor down. Kaisiv's just going to be doing a bit of drone work on CCTV and Cash, not to find any of the defenders, and Joe's just going to fall back out of Cash after shooting the drone. Just roaming around top floor. Looks like DN are going to be pinching him out though, as they're pushing from CCTV and Cash. But they've left no one on main stairs. He's going to get droned again, and he's just going to keep shooting the drones and wasting time. Lucian, however, are advancing through. More drones coming in. And Joe's just going to be wasting time up here on the roam. Yev making his way into construction. Doesn't know the position of Joe as he's just fallen back and found a nice corner in logistics. Kaiser's into logistics and making his way in. Does he know the Jaeger's sat in? No, he doesn't. He loses the fight, and Yev is just going to run away. Not even going for the refrag. Joe's just sat tight up to the breach. Yev moving up now, pinching with Franck, but Joe finds another onto Yev. Burnt all their drones early in the round and lost the Jaeger. Joe's just going to be sat tight up here, really doing a good job at burning time, but it looks like he's going to get pinched out and exposed with the frag onto him. A lot of time there burnt from Joe, and a nice two-piece, leaving the attackers 50 seconds, and they are down in man count. 3 versus 4 with 50 seconds is not looking very clutchable for them. But they're going to be opening up all the hatches, and Padge is just going to be making his way down to main stairs, but Jade has still got 2 of his smokes. The positions of the orange team are going to make it very difficult for the attackers to play here. Looks like it's just going to be a moto drop coming out from them. Smokes raining in, and the ADS burning one up. Jade has a shield on him as well. Nade coming in, destroying the deployable shield. Jade's going to be using these holes here to connect them up. They all just rush into the church, an absolute bloodbath. The diffuser going down, Padge in the 1v3, and he's just going for the plant. Unknown! He gets the plant in a 1v3 and can't quite win the gunfight against 3 of the orange team just spraying in on him. And it's going to be the round for complexity. Really nice time waste from Joe. Interesting that Fanatical didn't spot out Padge planting the diffuser, but maybe he doesn't have a very good headset. I'm going to see complexity going to CCTV Cash second of all. It looks like a pretty similar lineup. Again, no Intel operator. It's interesting, this game. We haven't seen much Maestro, much Echo, much Valkyrie. Just looks like a frag fest. Kaisiv's going to be on the Kali again.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Default rotations coming in from DM.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Pad's just having his drone preset in stocks, maybe seeing if they can get in there for an early pick. Looks like a pretty standard setup here coming out from complexity, with some holes in the top of the wall between the sides to allow C4s and smokes to be thrown in on the default plants.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
It looks like it's going to be a breach push again. It's interesting, we haven't seen any construction pushes from either teams when attacking CCTV Cash. Franck's going to be looking to open bottom garage, or not. He's going to be repelled. Oh, he's already opened bottom garage. It's just being left unreinforced. Strange use of reinforcements from Complexity, but I guess whatever works for him. Callie's going to be taking out the bandit batteries and the mute jammers, and nice use of the severe stuns, but no bandit trip, and the wall's just going to get open for free. Looks like a heavy roam in master bedroom and gym, but they're not going to be pushing construction, so it's going to be an unsuccessful roam. Robbie getting droned out here in garage. He's going to have to take a lot of pressure from the attackers as they're going to be squeezing him out after they've got the breach. Single panel's going to get opened, and Robbie's looking very pinned here as Exposed is going to be opening bottom garage and doing a bit of drone work on Rob. 3 players all stacked up outside of breach. Interesting play, but with garage single panel open, Robbie's going to be stuck here just trying to burn as much time as he can. And the sledge pushes in and finds the head of Robbie, moving up to the rafters now. He lights the smoke up on the elevated angle but can't quite find the head. A nice move bar coming in from him. Looks like a much more coordinated attack coming out from DN. And it looks like they're going to be looking to go for a plant as they've already baited out 2 smoke grenades and a C4, and they have 1 minute left. 5v4 situation. Padge is going to be putting the diffuser down, and Exposed is just going to be covering him with some cover fire. Bandit spraying some in, and he runs in. Exposed finds the pick, the diffuser goes down, and that's his 2nd in the round. A really nice game so far from him. Jade's going to be pushing across, but gets caught in the crossfire of the Sophia and Sledge, and he gets shut down. Padge with another, all left up to Fanatical in cash. It's looking like this could be a flawless round for DN, and Yev finishing things up. A nice crossfire held from Yev and Exposed there. Really nice doubling up from Revenants, and they take the round. Both teams potatoing a few shots there, but the round was ultimately taken by DN. Complexity going to be going back to CCTV cache. It's an interesting decision considering they got flawless last round, but they're going to be bringing a completely different lineup. As they're going to have the Maestro and the Valk for some intel. Looks like we could see some C4s being played below. No smoke this time, as it was used pretty poor last round, as the smokes were used in the first 2 minutes of the round, which is really not how smoke's supposed to be played. But maybe we could see some better performances. Looks like the same setup and that with Complexity.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, nothing new. This time they're going to be reinforcing bottom garage to stop the player on rafters from getting pinched out so early, and again it just looks like a full breach push from DN. Bandit okay, so it looks like they're going to be able to get the wall for free. Kaiser's just going to be opening the bottom of it up and finding the mute jammer. Frank already opening up bottom garage and just holding some angles, taking out the camera. It looks like a similar sort of attack that we saw last time. Robbie holding the rafters and Joe down here holding a nice angle from bottom of the garage door. Will he be able to find anyone? No, he won't. He'll just fall back to New Blue. A bit of time. Sledge looks like he's going to be making his way into garage now. He'll be able to find the rafters player. Padge will be able to spot him out, and Padge finds the head onto Robbie. Franken Exposed taking control now of garage as they spot out the Jaeger in stock. Kaisiv's going to be sending some drones in, and Joe is looking very pinched here as he's got to take on 2, and he's pinched by the players in lower garage and New Blue. He falls back to New Blue and gets taken out by the Zafir. A really nice pinch there from DN. Really good team play coming out from them, and Rafters will be taken, but the life of Frank will also be taken. Nigel being left in garage on his own, and Jade's holding a pretty nice pixel peek onto the rotation. Falls back for the reload, and looks like we're going to be seeing that execute any minute now, but the breach hasn't been opened properly, so it looks like finishing it off now, so they'll be able to walk through it. Jade's pre-buying some shots in, not finding anyone. C4 coming out from Barricade, again unsuccessful. And Pad's just going to be pushing in for default plant, but do they know that Jade's have pushed up? No, they don't. Jade's not quite taking out the plant, as a nice cover fire from Kaisiv. However, Pad's getting lit up to very little HP. Barricade finds one onto Pad. Exposed fights back, and a 3v1 post plant, all left up to Fanatical yet again. He finds one onto Yev, but left on very little HP. Will he be able to clutch this out? And no, Expose finds Fanatical, bring it to 5-4. It's looking like we're going to see a comeback here from DN, as they had a shambolic first half, but they're really starting to pick up the pace and pulling a comeback here. Complexity going back down to the basement where they had success. Will they be able to be so successful with Joe on the roam? We'll find out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Looks like we're going to see a similar setup. It'll be interesting to see if Joe can do as well as he did last time on this site, where he pulled off a 2-piece on the roam, taking out the hard breacher and leaving them with 50 seconds to attack the site. Really good roam from him. But it looks like DN are going to be presetting drones all over top floor to be looking to pinch him out early. It's going to look like the exact same setup coming out from Complexity. Some nice shield placements in church.
Out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
It's going to look like a heavy CC and cash clear again. But so far Joe is not at top floor yet. Are we going to be seeing him roam, or is he just going to bunker down in the site? Looks like it's going to be a 5-man anchor here. Joe making his way into blue, still just finishing up on his setup. Yeah, it looks like the blue team are going to be doing a full sweep on top floors. They are droning top floor spotlessly. It looks like Joe's made his way up into garage now, as he could be looking to retake up top. Padge looking to enter garage, but he's going to be droning it out before he enters. Wise choice. But Joe's just waiting for him, holding the pixel peak. Reloading! He's going to be falling back now. Padge still doing a bit of reconnaissance, and Yev's in the main lobby. Does Joe know? He spots the drone, misses the shots, takes a lot of damage from Yev, but just falls back, lives to fight another day. Looks like it's going to be a moto push from the blue team. They've just done top floor clear, and moto hat just being opened, but they're going to have to face off against 4 shields being pointed at them. Very interesting strat from Complexity, but I mean, it's working out. So Frank's going to be getting open blue hatch, And a 5v5 with 1 minute. This is just going to be a bloodbath in church again by the looks of it. Yev making some vertical holes above the main corridor, looking to take out any players sitting behind the Goya shields. Blows a Goya shield, can't quite find anyone under his vert holes, and Jades finds one who drops Moto, finds the sledge nice and early. Padge drops down. Looks like Jades is just going to be playing tight up to the shield, gets naded and taken out. Really nice nades, and Frank finds one onto Barricade. Yev and Padge, however, are down at the bottom main, and it looks like they'll be able to take control of the church soon, as there's no one in there at the moment. Kaiser free-firing some shots in, but Joe finds one onto Frank, and they've taken church control in a 3v2 situation with the fuse going down. Fanatical can't quite hit shots, and Yev takes him out. Robbie rotating into blue, but he's in a 3v1 with the diffuse down, and Kaiser looking to finish things off with the head onto Robbie. A nice round from then, and 5-5. It's looking like we're going to see a comeback here coming out from DN. Really nice round from Yev. And Complexity are going to be going back down into the basement. Looks like they're going to be running the Vigil, so maybe a heavier roam this time, as it worked out for them on their first basement defence.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Looks like they're going to have the exact same setup. Unsuccessful last time, but it's all about the roam game here, as the blue team are doing a really good job at roam clearing. They've really stepped up from the first half, and their drone work's been on point. Just clearing out Joe nice and early, forcing him back into sight. Be interesting to see what the Vigil can do to them, as they've been so dependent on the drones. But the ERC scanner might mess them up a bit.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Looks like Robbie's just going to be playing around VAR. Interesting position for him to roam, but maybe getting spotted out early, taking out drone and just falling back. Looks like we're going to see him roam around strip, as it's going to be a very heavy top floor clear. Yev opening up jacuzzi wall, and Exposed pressuring from CC window, and Exposed finds one onto Joe nice and early, takes out the player in garage, and now their only roamer is just Robbie left in strip club. ERC scanner really is going to work out from here, just denying his position to all the drones. And they haven't spotted him out yet, as they're droning in on kitchen. No hatches have been opened yet. Blue hatch left soft. This is interesting, as Wamai's playing inside of blue. Looks like they've spotted out Robbie now, and he's just got to try win his gunfights here. Frank droning him out, and he's just going to be running up onto top floor. Do DN know that he's going to be retaking top floor? Finds some... Robbie, a nice try, but he can't quite hit his shots, and Kaisif takes him out. However, he did do a lot of damage to both Yev and Kaisif. All the hatches are going to be open now. 5 versus 3 with 1 minute left. It's looking like DN are in a really strong position here. They still have a lot of shields to deal with. Exposed is just going to be opening up the floor, exposing the defenders to the dirt, and Jades is just going to be playing tight up on this shield again. It's been proven to be a very strong position. finds one onto stage, and the Womidis and ADS is just preventing him from getting pushed out. Shield finally gets taken out, and Jades is just going to sit tight up to the reinforcement. Yev's going to be sending drones in now onto him, and Fronk's going to be at bottom main. Padge drops down into Moto and gets taken out by Jades. A really nice kill from him. Fronk's pushing up, and another one from Jades, his second of the round. Can he find a kill onto Sophia? No, he can't. Yes, he can. He takes it out, and an ace for Jades. A really nice round from him, just mowing down anyone that came into church. Really nice use of the reinforced wall there. Absolutely slamming DN. Clutching up for his team and taking them on to match point. Just a lack of drones late round, as they all got taken out pretty early by Robbie and Joe. The drone economy was just not good enough from DN. They need to be using the late round drones a lot more. They're going to be going to CCTV now, where they've had no success before, but maybe they can make it work. Again, no intel operators, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do. Frank and Yev just going to be presetting some drones below to see if they can spot out any roamers nice and early. That looks like a pretty standard setup. Jade's going to be
10 seconds left.
back on the smoke. He's proven to be really good on the smoke so far this game, with 14 kills. It's pretty impressive considering the operators he's been playing. A nice game so far from him. Robbie's going to be bandit tricking this time, but looks like Kaisiv's just going to maverick it out, so there's going to be no bandit tricking today. Yev taking out the bandits, and it looks like the wall's going to get opened any minute now.
A bomb has been located.
Bottom garage has been opened from Kronk's ex-Kairos, and the drone's getting shot out from Fanatical holding garage again. It'll be interesting to see if DN can make a pinch onto Fanatical early again, or if they're gonna be able to deal with him. And nade goes in from exposed, does a little bit of damage, but not quite able to take him out. Fanatical's in a really tricky spot here, as he's got Padge holding angles on him. Nade's flying in, losing yet a little bit more health, just shooting out these drones and struggling to survive here in garage, as Padge finally cleans things up. A nice pick from him. And 1 minute 30, a 5 versus 4. And Frank with another one onto Joe, a 5 versus 3. It looks like this round is going the way of DN, as they've got 2 early picks here in the round. Breach is open, and it looks like they're in a position to take Catwalk and start going for their execute. Expo's going to be pre-firing in some shots. Not quite finding anyone. Bandit lighting up Yev, not quite able to kill him, and Jade's on the smoke, just gassing out Exposed, doing a little bit of damage and denying the execute. Bit early for the smoke grenades, but interesting use of them. Barakat getting naded out here, as positioning is known, but Jade's finds one onto Exposed, and Kaisiv's going to get the nade kill onto Barakat. Padge finds the head of Jades as he tries making the aggressive play, and Rob's going to be in a 4 versus 1 with the diffuser going down, and he finds the C4 kill onto the planter. 3 versus 1 now. Frank's going to be putting the diffuser down for the second time, and Robbie's just going to be left here to push up on his own. He finds the head of FACEIT and Franck, a triple kill for him, and it's a 1v1 situation against Zofia, who's going to be on garage stairs. She's just going to be going below to play her life. Does Rob know this? The impact's coming out from him. Rob's downstairs chasing for the kill. Will he be able to find it? Does he know there's a Fizz in main lobby? No, he does not. He's going to be checking his common angles, but looks like he's got no time. And he's going to be going for the defuse, but Yev's just going to be playing it passive below with the concussions. And Rob finds the frag through the floor. An amazing round for him as a 4K, clutching it out for his team, and he's going to have time to get the counter defuse off, winning it out 7-5. An amazing 1 versus 4 from Rob. Wonderful clutch there, bringing the map to complexity. What a round from him. Really nice game from both Rob and Jades, as they really got some nice clutch plays, clutching the game out for their team, denying DN of the comeback. Amazing stuff there from Jades and Rob. Be interesting as we head into map 2 what we'll see. A repeat of last game. An absolute throw from DN.
GG.
That was an absolute throw on that last round.
Have a 5-minute break.
Yeah, you can have a 5-minute break. I'm just shocked with how that last round went. That was amazing,
Wasn't that
Rob.
an amazing game, David?
Oh, you are shocked, Rican, bro. Imagine how I'm feeling right now. Jesus Christ.
I think that was a 1v4.
Question: did you guys like that little ace I got with smoke on church?
That was amazing.
Thank you.
I didn't even notice it was an ace, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, well played, man.
God, the people that are watching the stream are going mad when you got that clutch, Robbie.
It's a 1v4.
It was well played, it's just the last kill shouldn't have happened. But
Yeah, that was a good game.
That last kill was dodgy. Honestly. I was spectating him, he missed half his shots.
it's not that, you shouldn't have been standing underneath it, but that's fine. It happens.
Good half, good half. What's that, my Villa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge defense.
We are. Sure we are. Wait. No, we're not. We'll attack.
Okay.
Villa, yeah, your attack. Wait, let me just switch it. I think blue team's starting as attackers here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we're already getting flashed out. Let's go.
Is that it? Skirty piping up in the chat.
Of course it's Gertie and Billy, of course it's them. They always like
I wouldn't worry about him. He is awful. I would not worry about it.
They just like, it doesn't even. They're just trying to piss me off. Like.
I swear, Skirty's like a gold anyway.
Scary shit.
Blood.
Yeah. He started beefing my old team as well.
It was like really confusing because it was almost like attacker sided the whole game.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was a fun game to cast, actually.
I should have been fucking playing flag on defense from the beginning and not play fucking smoke like a spastic because I'm not.
Yeah, you did really good on the vigil, Nigel. It was nice. Played super aggro. I knew you would do well because I saw how strong the drone work was from complexity, so I was like, yeah, this vigil's really going to work out. I kept switching between calling you DN and Revenants because I don't know what you're called now. Is it DN or Revenants? Can you just confirm?
It's DN.
DN, okay. What does DN stand for? I used to have a team called DN.
Keisha, do it to him. Keisha, you can do it to him. Keisha, do it to him.
Nice. Well, it's fair to say you got dicked on in that last round, so living up to your name.
If Yev wasn't my
their own name got used against them.
There would have been fucking problems, but yeah. It was such a good attack as well. Like we
It
were
was,
so
yeah.
perfect.
You had all the positions right. Rob just won his gunfights and slapped everyone.
Yev played it perfect. Like he played it perfect. He went into bar as soon as Robbie pushed on because we had a cam there.
Yeah.
And then instead of just shooting a fucking concussion,
I didn't think I would be able to fucking see his face. Literally, I thought he was gonna plant or defuse without the hole, so that's why I went them concussions. And then he's literally just sit there on the hole, and I'm like, shit, and he just shoots me in the face.
Yeah, it was
I
unlucky.
think if you shoot a concussion at the bar, it explodes anyway.
Yeah, well, it is what it
Skirty's
is. I didn't think
still
he was gonna be that
piping
close to the
up.
fucking bar.
He's trash talking the whole of PS4 now. We'll love to see it.
Doesn't matter. We'll win next one.
I'll be moving to PC
This is what
next year.
happens
More
when
than
you
likely.
don't have sleep, man. Shouldn't have fell asleep at like 9 o'clock, man. It's such a pain in my fucking
No,
life.
we just played shit on defense. Like,
That as well, but like I
There's no
literally couldn't aim
excuse.
for the life of me.
they just played better on us, so.
I'm not saying that they didn't, I'm literally saying they did. I just played like I didn't know how they fucking hold my controller.
You're playing well, but it's just 2 moments where you just, yeah.
2 moments that are going to be outshined by all the other 12 or 11 kills. That's what you mean.
Yeah, basically. Because that lost us 2 rounds. It doesn't matter, look at it. Doesn't matter. I'm just salty right now, so.
Are we starting?
You're always salty, Nigel.
Is everyone
Well,
ready?
yeah, if you know if you were geisha for you were getting violated right now.
I'm already getting violated.
Well, I'm trying to keep going.
It's apparently 2 rounds were completely my fault, but it is what it is, you know.
Right,
Oh,
I've
wait.
been
No,
told. Oh,
no,
Nigel,
no.
Nigel, there's a message
Yeah.
in the chat saying Howard said hello.
Don't respond to that. Wait, where is it? Where's that message?
In the live stream chat.
It's one of those stupid jokes I want.
Dan wants to say hi.
What, who dangly balls?
Well, that's what What's It said.
Well,
Yeah,
Dan is dangly balls, and Howard is Howardy's nuts or something. I don't know. So.
Or he's not on your forehead or some shit.
Oh dear, yeah, he's cracking out the jokes.
I actually have my hands on my fucking radiator. I'm not even lying. The echo.
Are
Holy
you guys
shit.
ready for map 2 yet, or are you still?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on those, I think. I don't know what they do.
Can I take an hour break, please?
No.
It's very
Spend all
odd.
that time.
Our 5 minutes break is already over by like
Joey, you do
2
it.
minutes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna start, guys. Is everyone here?
Yes.
Okay, Joey, let's just play.
Alright, we're gonna start.
You might have to leave mid game, but
Good luck, have fun,
Yeah,
guys.
Wait, Barakat, do you know who Devin is?
No.
Good luck, have fun. It'll be interesting to see how map 2 will play out. Complexity putting up a good fight in the first half, but DN almost making a comeback, but it was just too little too late. Rob really showing them up with a 1 versus 4 in the last round. Hopefully we will not see a repeat of that last round. That's it's going to be pretty default bands, same bands as last game so far, Monty and Satcher. Mirror ban. Interesting that they're banning Mirror on Villa. It's not really a very commonly played operator. It's only really used on Aviator. But Pulse ban. It's probably a good ban for this map, considering there's a lot of C4 below plays. And the whole floor is destructible across the majority of the map. I'm going to see DN on the attack first. pretty frag heavy lineup coming out from DN. Kashyyyf on the Kali again. Yev last minute switching to the IQ off the Sophia. Jade's going to be on the smoke again, see if he can pull off some miracle clutches and aces like he did last game. 6th pick off the Kali to the Sophia. Probably a better change from Kashyyyf to the Sledge. Trophy statue being the first choice for complexity. Again, no intel, so maybe the IQ was a bit of a waste, but the G8 is never a waste, to be honest. It's such a strong gun. 50 round mag, low recoil, but it's seen a reduction in the pick rate since they took the ACOG off it, but it needed balancing out a bit. It's still pretty broken.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Looks like they're going to be extending out into master bedroom. There's barricading, castle barricading off the archers, playing a shield in bathroom. Could see them opening up the main wall. No.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
It's going to be a cubby hold.
10 seconds left.
But looks
5 seconds to go.
like they're going to be going for
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
a master bedroom push as all 5 members of DN have spawned over here.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Making their way up to the balcony. Fanatical's just going to be positioned in this walk-in wardrobe to just burn out as much utility from the attackers. And they're going to be reinforcing off the main wall, but he's going to get away with it somehow. Rob somehow getting away with that when he had barely any cover from his teammates. Fanatical's just going to be burning loads of utility in the walk-in closet. Grenades, flashbangs, a lot, and he's just going to be sitting tight up in the closet. Will Kashyyyf be able to hit the nade? No, he won't. Fanatical taking a little bit of damage from the nade, burning out a lot of drones and a lot of time, and he's just stuck. Finds his way out, and Nigel kills him, takes him out nice and early. Jades fights back with one on the front. 4v4 situation, 1 minute 50 left on the clock now.
A bomb has been located. Attackers bomb diffuser
Jades
has been
finds a
dropped.
double kill in bathroom, taking out Patch and Kashyyyf. Really nice round so far from him as he found his 3rd kill. Can he find a 4th onto the ash? A 2 versus 4. It's not looking good for DN as they're getting absolutely destroyed by the smoke. He jumps out, fights one onto exposed, but only gets the down. Really nice round from him. Bit too aggressive there, but did a lot of damage to the ash. Now it's a 2 versus 3. 2 of the strongest guns on attack though, so we could see a clutch here. However, the ash is very low. Barricat's just going to be sitting down below for the late round denial. Exposed going to be pre-firing some shots into that Astro shield, not finding anyone. They've only got 50 seconds now, making their way up towards the objective. No hard breaching left. Pre-firing in some shots, not finding anyone. Yev just making his way towards astronomy door, and Joe finishes things up, finding one onto exposed, leaving Yev in the 1v3. A nice crossfire hit from Barakat, and he gets taken out. Joe just turning a blind eye to it and walking away, leaving Barakat on his own in statue, and he gets lit up by Robbie, but he know the position of the Jaeger. He's going to try and plant in the default plant spot. Joe's going to hear him, and a nice crossfire from Rob and Joe, taking the last remaining attacker out, bringing the first round to them. Nice round from Complexity. 1-0. Expect to see a 4-2 split here, as Villa's a very defender-sided map. It'll be interesting to see if Jades can keep up his amazing performance on the smoke. Absolutely fragging out on a more supportive operator. It's going to be an Aviator Games defense. Again, no Intel operators. Pretty strange lineup, but it's working for them, so. Fanatical's going to 6th pick off the Legion to question mark. Going to be changing onto the Y. He's been so strong on the Y so far in the last map and the first round of the last map, just burning so much utility with those Y discs. It's going to be looking like a pretty standard setup with Jade's playing the shield at top main. You'll see a rotate in the back of the bar. 90's going to be reinforced off, and interesting castle barricade, and a rotate onto study. Could we see a study hold here? It looks like we might see a study hold coming out from Fanatical, as he's going to be playing at quite an aggressive stance with this shield.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Just using them with my discs to burn up all that utility. ADS here for the smoke shield. Joe's going to give him a second. It looks like a full master push. It doesn't look like they're going to be pushing study. They've spotted out that they're doing a heavy study hold, and they've adapted, pushing their way across from master bedroom. Really nice drone work coming out from DN so far. 30 seconds and they've already cleared half of the map. But Joe's going to be making his way across, shooting out, missing his shots onto the drones and getting taken out nice and early. A big pick from Yev as he's just going to advance towards the objective. Really nice map control and a nice early pick from him. He's been pretty successful in getting his team the early frags in this matchup so far. Advance across. Sees the castle, takes a few shots to him and doesn't hit any back. Barricat's just going to be holding the tight peak. As we see, Exposed doing a bit of drone work onto 90 hallway. 90 window's going to be open, but no one playing there at the moment. Pad's just going to be sitting on drones on the rappel. Just making their way across. Exposed moving up into 90 hallway with Padge on the window. Jade's swinging it down 90 long with the SMG-11. Maybe not the wisest decision from him, but Padge is going to be opening up the door soon. Robbie just holding the angle on the rappel. Will he be able to catch Padge off guard? Barricade finds the head of Yev, bringing it down to 44. 90 hunting bolt wall is going to get opened up. For all the attackers pinned in 90 away and landing, as Jade's just going to be rotating back. Swings around to 90 away and takes one down. Will he be able to get the finisher? Yes, he will. Ash finds one onto Castle, leaving Aviator free, but Fanatical's holding a long angle from Study. Padge and Exposed advancing towards the doorway. Jade finds one onto Frank and Fanatical finds another onto Padge. Exposed left in the 1v2 as he refrags onto Fanatical, and he's going to be putting the diffuser down. Jade is unaware, and so is Robbie, as they're going to move back towards the site. Rob hears the plant, but it's too late. Misses his shots, and Exposed takes him out. All left up to Jade now. And Jade's finishing things up. A nice kill from him, closing out the round. It's going to be 2-0 to Complexity. A really nice first two rounds. Maybe left the site a bit open there in the last 30 seconds, but it was an interesting pick. And an interesting setup as well. Putting a rotate into Study. Pretty bold plays from them, but it worked out. Pretty similar lineup coming out from the attacking side, and again same ops for defense, except we're going to see the Legion instead of the Wamai. The Wamai's been so useful so far in this matchup, taking out the utility, but it's going to be interesting not to see that. Dining room kitchen being the site that Complexity are going to opt to go for.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Jade's going to be reinforcing off Memorial. Yeah, it's just going to be leaving all their drones in spawn. It looks like they're going to be pushing from Fountain side. Maybe if top floor clear we can see as they brought the sledge. Jade's having an extended hold here into Laundry. Looks like he hasn't got any ADSs. Joe's going to be bringing an ADS in now to support the shield of Jade's. Only one. It looks like it could be burnt up pretty early in the round. And yeah, it looks like a full top floor clear from DN. Drones going in pretty early. I'm not going to find anyone playing up here, as Joe's going to be roaming in dining and living and library, and the other 4 remaining players are going to be on site. They've taken top floor control early in the round, and Expose is already finding himself in Astro as he advances towards top of red. Going to see some vertical holes being made by the Ash here, and Kaisiv's also going to be making some holes using his sledgehammer to his advantage. Laundry hatch is going to get opened up. And Yep finds an early one onto Barricat and also lights up Jades in the process. Will the sledge be able to find any players through this vert house? No, he won't. Joe, however, has rotated up and advancing towards the Nomad. He lights her up and downs her, but gets taken out immediately by Yev. Really nice round so far from him, as he's got 2 early picks and done a hell of a lot of the damage to the smoke. The top fragger of Complexity. Nice C4 coming out from Robbie, but not being able to find the kill. However, lighting up Yev, as he's now the blue team are going to start to advance down towards Memorial Window and Laundry. Shield's still not being taken out, but no one playing on it. Pad's just looking a bit confused of what to do, as his team has sort of left him on his own to take control of Laundry. Gumine goes off, alerting Robbie to Padge's position, and he makes a swing. Could find some shots in, not going to find Padge. Exposed finds one onto Jades, and a 2 versus 5. Really nice round so far from DN, as they both double up on the launcher drop, and Rob's going to get taken out by Padge. 5 versus 1 now, site control, and the plant is going to be going down. Fanatical finds one, but he's left in the back of kitchen, and Frank refrags his teammate, bring it 1-2 to DN. A nice round from them. Almost a flawless round, but couldn't quite finish it off in time. A really nice top floor clear from them, cutting off the Jaeger on his flank early. Nice pinch from Yev. Similar lineup coming out from DN, and the exact same as well from Complexity.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Complexity losing momentum now. We could see a few rounds being taken by the attackers after that very strong performance. However, they were on one of the considerably weaker sites on the map. Be extending through into master bedroom, casting off archers, and it looks like the Wamai will be playing in walk-in closet again to burn time and utility up. Just going to be positioning his magnets and maybe his deployable shield in there. Interesting to see which direction DN are going to attack this from.
Attackers are moving out to
Maybe we
locate
could
a
see
bomb
a
and
study
defuse it.
take. No, it looks like a master bedroom take again from them, as 4 of them are spawned at Fountain. Looks like Flonk's going to be going for Astronomy Window as he sprays it open. Rob is aware of his presence, and Drone's going to be raining in on Fanatical. He's just going to be burning time and taking down drones. Jade's going to be playing the same position as Barton, the same shield lines up. Gets taken out early by Frank. A wonderful kill through the drone hole from him. Really nice drone work and team play from DN. Just the map knowledge really being shown there with a nice pick through the drone hole onto the smoke. Magnets working wonders for Fanatical, and Crows gets taken out by Barracat, gets traded out by Kashif and Yev, and we find ourselves in a 4v2 very early into the round, as the defenders are at a severe man disadvantage. Joe pre-fires some shots in, finds ahead of Kashif, and also is just going to be falling back, taking out some drones and falling back.
A bomb has been
Nice pick
located.
from him. Drones raining in on him, but Joe's going to have to make a play here, as Yev's going to be pushing out the red stairs. Joe's
Bomb
just holding his
located by attackers.
angles. And it swings out, hits a shot onto the spear, but pretty minor, not quite finding her head. She makes her way into sight, and Yev is on very little HP. This is looking winnable for the defenders of Complexity. Swings the corner, finds the Zafir, and a 2v2 situation. Joe losing a bit of damage himself, but takes down Yev. Now a 2 versus 2, Ace and Nomad versus Jaeger and Bandit. This is looking like it could be a very nice clutch. Hadge swings it, but alerts his position to Joe as he pre-fires some shots back. 50 seconds left on the clock, and they do not have sight control, but they have a breach, and Joe misses his shots. That could have been a kill there for him, but can't quite hit shots, and Ace makes his way through the rotate. The diffuser's going down. Joe's completely unaware as he makes his way around to the other doorway, but Frank laying down some cover fire, gets lit up by Joe. Rob finds one, and it's all left down to Frank, very low on HP. A really nice round so far. Nice doubling up from the defenders. The air jab gets set off. Frank knows the position of the Bandit, and he gets taken out by him. Frank was left on such low HP there. A really nice clutch from Robbie and Joe, clutching out a 2 versus 4 for their team. Amazing performance from them. 3-1. What a clutch round. The Wamai just burnt up so much utility that they just couldn't use any of their utility because it had all been used up in the first minute of the round, leaving Joe and Robbie just easy pickings. Aviator Games defense from Complexity, really dominant first half for them. DN losing momentum as they lose that very winnable round. I see the same lineup again and again coming out from Complexity, but they're just taking rounds that they shouldn't be taking.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
It looks like the exact same setup as their first aviator defense. Going to have the extension into study, and I mean it worked out for them, so it'll be interesting to see if it will be successful on the second time around. And it looks like DN are going to be going for a master push. They have preset drones around here, but Joe's just going around taking out all their drones, spotting them out,
5 seconds left.
and ruining their drone economy.
Attackers are heading out
Yeah,
to defuse the
exact
bomb.
same setup coming out from Complexity. Nomad's going to be spawning over at Ruins, and the rest of the team are going to be making a push from Master Bedroom. It'll be interesting to see where Frank's going to position himself, and it looks like he's going to be making his way towards the rest of his team around that Master Bedroom side. Drones coming in early, Barracat just shooting them out and holding Nice tight peek. Riffing his shots on the drones. Finally takes it out and just falls back. Really starving DN of their intel. Air jab being used already, but Barakat just looking the wrong way, gets taken out nice and early from Yev. Yev really influential in these rounds, getting nice early picks most rounds. Really fragging out for his team. He's going to be making his way towards 90 hallway now. Drones coming in from Padge, and it sounds like Jaeger's going to be pulling off a flank. Just gets spotted out, falls back, 90 cam gets taken out. Yev now has to deal with a smoke at top main. It'll be interesting to see how he's going to deal with Robbie and Jade, but Fanatical just using his shield to find a nice angle on the attackers. Looks like it's going to be yet again a heavy 90 push. DN weren't successful last time with this push, but they now have the man advantage in the 5 versus 4. Yev's going to be holding the angle on the smoke, waiting for the peak, and Jade's going to swing the corner, not find the Zephyr, but Yev just falls back. 50 seconds now in the 5 versus 4. It's looking pretty winnable for DN still, but time is working against them. Frank doing a bit of drone work on Vault, spots out Robbie and Joe in gaming room. Aviator's completely clear, but they don't seem to... they spot out Fanatical, and Frank finds one onto Joe. A 5 versus 3 now, 30 seconds left. Frank finds a second onto Jay. It's a wonderful two-piece from him. FACEIT's going to be making his way in, and Padge is going to be putting the defuse down. Fanatical finds one exposed, crouch spams his way into study and finds a head of Fanatical, leaving it all down to Robbie in the 1 versus 4. The defuser's down, and he's just going to be holding his angles, hoping they're going to peek into him, but they're not. He's going to get caught in a crossfire, and Frank finding his 3rd pick of the round, cleaning the round up, 2-3. A really nice round from him. Just holding angles and crossfires and taking out 3 of the defenders. Two, 3. It's looking like it's going to be a very close game. Interesting that we're going to see the Cade picked over the Bandits. Same lineup from DN. Fanatical are going to be playing the Wamai again to burn out all the utility. He's been very useful at burning the utility, but not so much on the frags, as he's been dying pretty early the majority of the rounds. Hopefully we'll see things change and he can step up for his team. Jade's again having a really good game. Looks like it's going to be the exact same setup, except the Bandit's going to be switched out for the Cade, so the 1.5 can be used to hold the long angles onto the doorways for the late round denial.
10 seconds left.
Looks like it's going to be yet again another master bedroom push, as they've got 3 preset drones around Astronomy ready to sweep the map. Barakat's going to be making his way over to master bedroom side, but him and Joe are wondering whether to roam or not. But Joe's going to be roaming over here. And we're getting in the bath. Will he get droned out here, or will he be able to pull off a nutty flank? Bathroom window's being broken and the drones are coming in from Padge. Have they spotted him out? I believe Frank spots him out, and Exposed pushes in, finds the head of Joe. Nice sneaky drone work there from DN. Big picks from them. 2 minutes left, and Yev finds a second onto Barakat as he tries to push up for the refrag, but can't quite make it there in time. Expose is just going to be pushing his way through to 90 hallway, a little bit of drone work coming out from him. And they find themselves in a really good position. 2 minutes left on the clock, and it's a 5 versus 3. Yev's lost a little bit of damage, but they're going to be reinforcing off Study pretty late. Reinforcements from Rob, and 90 window's going to be being held by Padge. No Cade Claw on Vault, so they could be opening that pretty soon, and Vault's going to get opened up. Exposed looks like he's just going to be rotating to Study window, a wise choice from him, cutting off the defenders from using Study to aid their defence. Fanatical's just going to be sat holding his angles, but Expose is about to open the window up and apply a lot of pressure to him.
Attackers have located a bomb.
The window gets opened up, and Jades and Fanatical are really vulnerable to this Ash now. She's just going to be putting lots of pressure on him. Rob's got to win his one here against Case here. Some shots being pre-guarded in. Rob getting wallbanged by the player at 90 of Yev. And smoke pushes down, gets taken out by Yev, yet another kill for him. Rob finds a double C4 kill. And Franck and Exposed find the last 2 picks of the defence, finishing things up, 3-3 on the split. DN looking like they're really fighting back now. So this really does look like it could be an easy clutch game for DN. Fanatical's going to be leaving. Interesting. Might see a rehost coming in, but haven't received any messages yet. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a rehost. Really close game so far between the two teams. Gonna see ourselves having a rehost. Just invite them all back, and it's 3-3. Yo.
Yeah.
I'm just setting up. So 3-3 on the rehost, yeah?
Yeah.
Team starting as match attackers. It will be orange team starting as match attackers, yeah?
Yeah.
And overtime. Who was on
We're
defense
attacking.
during overtime?
I think we are, but I'm gonna check.
Who's we? Is that Complexity?
Wait, I'm gonna check now.
I think it was Mira and someone else.
Yeah, I've got Monty, Thatcher, Mirror, and Pulse.
DN
Another
defense
close
OT.
game?
DN defense, yeah?
Yep, defense OT.
Okay, so blue team on defense. Oh, blue. Orange team. Right. Is everyone ready
If
to
I would have
start
gotten
then?
killed from a guy in bot top, I was gonna lose my shit. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit was hilarious. I was just chilling in that.
When I was outside a window, if you didn't move, I definitely would have forgotten to drone that. But you moved just a bit, and I heard you.
Yeah.
Where did they wait? Where did
What was
they
wrong,
wait?
by the way? Why'd you rehost?
Fanatical got kicked.
What the fuck happened?
Got kicked.
So how long did he have?
It's looking like it's going to be a very tight game though, guys.
Well, if he don't throw on defense, it should be a win. But after
Yeah.
that game, I'm not gonna say anything.
3-3 on the split's pretty good, but again, yeah, you can't say much after the last game.
I'm pretty sure that this game, every round we had opening kill, and we still lost 3 rounds.
Yeah, you did. Every round, Yev was getting that opening pick.
Yeah,
and
me or Yev got an opening every round.
yeah.
Depression.
Right, where's
Did
your
you
fifth,
see what
guys?
that castle done to me by proning in objective and just shooting back? I hate that shit so much. That when you're mid gunfight and you just prone on the ground, it's like,
I was stressing that one. I killed the castle, then killed one, and then I whiffed on the bandit, like really bad. And I was like 2 HP. And
Yeah.
Jake picked me off.
I guess that double C4 you got probably just wasn't enough on that last round, innit?
Where was the
Yeah,
C4?
because
What
Nomad
happened?
was
It was not
already...
any door. It was trapped on any door.
No, it wasn't trapped, I just threw it because I heard
Oh, you
people
just went
rushing there.
down? Oh, okay.
And then Nomad just ran in vault and got me.
Fanatical, I don't know if he's deaf or if he needs a new headset, but he just literally let me run into study.
Yeah, I called that out as well. I called that out on the first map
Alrighty.
that Fanatical doesn't have ears. Alright, good luck, have fun, guys.
Don't have fun.
Oh, I messed the settings up, for goodness sake. Oh, my god. Well, alright, well, we'll have to rehost again. Well, I've just gone and hit create as a player. Oh, it looks like I've got to wait 5 minutes before I can create a new match. Create online. Ah. That's a shame. I messed that one up bad. Just got to wait 1 minute before I can start. Sorry for the wait, guys. Yo, sorry about that, I set it up wrong. Right, who's defending on overtime? Which team, sorry?
We're attacking the defending. So complexity attack.
Complexity attack. So blue attack at
It's
overtime.
3-3 right now.
Yeah, 3-3.
Yeah, we attack overtime.
Need to switch some people need to switch.
So we can do it.
Oh yeah, Frank and Jay
Bucket,
switch.
no, you guys need to switch. We're gonna get that same shit that happened last one.
Alright.
No, I've already put it. I've changed it.
So,
yeah, but we're on the we're on the orange side this time. So.
Someone switch with me. Yeah,
I put.
someone.
Oh yeah. You need to switch sides.
Yeah, I'm press it. I'm pressing L3.
I'm leaving the lobby until
It's
you
not
lot
working.
I'm just
No.
leaving the lobby until you lot
No,
can
you.
post
Oi,
it.
blue team, you need to switch sides.
Yeah, we know that. It's not working.
It's a glitch.
It's not working.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
The
Wait, Funky
J.
to come to our side? Yes.
Alright, someone got Casey. Okay.
Nah, this
So
is what I'm
blue
on
team
fucking-
starting as match attackers and blue team attacking overtime. Yeah.
No, orange.
I don't-
No, orange is attacking right now. So yeah, blue
Yeah.
started as attack at the start.
Yes, but I have
And
to
then
put
when
blue.
you-
I
yeah.
did orange starting as match attackers, but because it's a rehost, it did it wrong. It did it the other way round. So I have to put blue start as match attackers.
Okay, so someone got Casey in there because Joe's gonna have to go in a bit to get.
And then, first team on attack during overtime will be the blue team, right, or the orange
blue,
team?
yeah.
Yeah.
Blue.
Okay. Right, get Kasif in then.
Yeah, someone go and fight him.
Oh, nobody invited them. I'll do it.
So the band operators are Thatcher, Monty, Mirror, and Pulse, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they are, yeah.
And it's 3-3. Yeah.
Why are you guys banning Monty? Come on, that's not fun.
Yeah, what the fuck's that about, boys?
Monty's
Wouldn't
pretty
play that,
trash
we
now
wouldn't
anyway
play
with
that
the
anyway.
nerf.
Someone
Yeah,
told me
we
why
don't play
Castle
it,
has the
so.
shittest gun in the game though.
She's black.
Can you please let me know when you're prone on the floor?
Oh, Funk. You're lucky your fucking voice is that fucking...
I heard it, but yeah,
Right, you guys all ready?
yeah, already okay.
Okay, good luck, have
Never
fun.
be
If it's on hard, I'm gonna cry.
I really have on Twitter, thank you, appreciate it.
Hopefully I set it up right this time. Yes. We're going to see DN defending. 3-3 on the split is looking like it could be an easy game for them, as Villa's a very defender-sided map. Sorry about the wait. Hopefully this will be another close game. We've seen a smoke and a mute. Interesting operators from the defenders. A Ying being run by Fanatical. It's going to get shut down as DN are going to be running at Wamai and a Jaeger. Barakat 6th picking onto the Ace, and Yev changing over to the Clash. Interesting. Haven't seen a Clash in competitive in a while since she got nerfed. Just going to take a while for them all to load in, I think.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
It's going to be aviator games for DN's first defense, and they're going to be having a rotate to top main. Maybe we can see a shield top main stairs. Vault's going to be reinforced off, and Frank is going to be jamming the wall.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Jamming a soft wall, but we'll see how it will work out for them. Ah, yeah, it's going to reinforce it off, and it looks like we could see a heavy trophy and statue hold. Frank's going to be positioning those mid channels over there
10 seconds to go.
stop the drones.
5
Yeah,
seconds
to be
remaining.
honest, Complexity's drones have just been destroyed. Only 2 left.
Attackers'
Not
objective
really
is
good
to
drone
defuse a
economy for
bomb.
them. Yeah, it looks like a study push. There's 3 players spawned in ruins. And Joe and Fanatical are just going to be positioning themselves on the study balcony. Interesting setup from DN. Just going to be getting these vertical holes onto bottom main. Barakat pre-firing some shots in, not finding anyone. Kasev's just going to be burning up the utility with his Wamai disc. As there's an attacker moving up the staircase, and Kasev whiffs his shots, gets lit up a lot, takes out the player, but there's a second player moving up. The Fanatical, as he flashes, but just runs away. Forces Kasev back, and then just doesn't push. Interesting decision from him, but at the end of the day he needed to make a play there because his team have a severe man disadvantage as DN got the initial 2 picks. Fanatical moving back up the main stairs with support from Rob. As actually Rob's going to be living pinched out the Jaeger, he's trapped in both. Exposed getting lit up and getting pushed. Panic Nice has no ammo, and Zafir does the same. An absolute potato fest in the cubby, but Rob's going to finish him off. Fanatical finds one onto Padge, bringing it to a 3v3, 1 minute left on the clock. Rob's going to take out Kasev, and the Candela's going to be very effective. Yev finds one onto Rob. Joe pushes into Vault, gets taken out by Frank, leaving it all down to Fanatical, very low on HP, and the Clash is going to put his shield up and just tase Fanatical to death as Frank fires some more shots in on Fanatical, and the Clash is just going to finish Fanatical off. A nice round from DN, almost thrown there, but nice clutch from Yev and Frank in the 2 versus 3. Closing it out for their team, 4-3. We're moving on to trophy statue now. Nice round from Yev there. Kaisev's 6th picking off the Echo to a Capcan, very interesting. Looks like they're going to be going for the drone Dinar with the Mozzie, and maybe that will keep the Capcan traps hidden up a bit, but as soon as they find out that DN are running the Capcan, they'll be looking out for them. Interesting that they're going to be playing Kitchen. Doesn't look like they're going to be putting an extended hold, reinforcing laundry off. Capcan's just going to be putting traps all over top floor. Nigel reinforcing them off the bedroom hatch. And then ADS being placed in laundry. Looks like a heavy memorial hold.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds to go.
You're going to have exposed roaming on top floor.
5 seconds left before insertion.
So we see a spawn peek here from him. Could be the Psycho special. No, we're not. It's just going to be a fake out to burn some time. Will he be able to find anyone? No, he won't. Some shots get pre-fired in. Just fall back to fight another day. And he'll be doubling up with Yev on the top floor to waste as much time as possible. It looks like a library and living take from the attackers. And now they're going to be making their way across from top floor. Maybe they're going to be pinching out Yev and Expose. Yev's just going to be shooting out the drones that pulled him back. Expose holding this angle here. Shoots out the drone. Just rotates. So going to be entering bathroom. Barakat getting hit by the Capcan trap, getting put down to 40 HP. Yev finds one Fanatical. Barakat stunning out statue, but doesn't find anyone. Vendor's just shooting drones, rotating, killing people, rotating. A really nice run here from Yev and Nigel. And Expose finds another pick onto Rob. Big round from 2 roamers here, but he finally gets picked of
Attackers
a
recover
4 versus 3, and Yev finds another onto the Jackal. A double kill for him. Can he find a third? No, he lights the Hibon up down to 5 HP, but can't quite finish it off. And he's just going to fall back into living in library for a late round flank. 1 minute left on the clock, and it's practically a 4v1 as Hibon is on little to no health. Hibon is going to be pushing upstairs, and Jade's is going to be stuck in laundry. Pad just stunning him out with the smokes, and he's quite literally both on 1 HP. It's almost unwinnable for the attackers now. As the C4's coming over, doesn't find Jades. He's just going to be pre-firing shots in, but unable to connect. Barricat's going to be dropping down and doubling up with him. They're going to be opening up the launch wall. Very unlikely that they're going to win this. Jades gets down in the smoke. And Pad spots him, tries to finish him off, but he can't quite hit the shots as Jades just crawls beyond the washing machine.
15 seconds to go.
Kashiv holding quite an aggressive angle here, and he jumps out, tries to go for the finish, gets one onto Jades, and gets the finisher onto Barricat. A nice jump out from him, and a really nice 6-pick onto Capcan as it did a lot of damage and burnt a lot of time on the top floor. A nice round from him. 5-3 to DN, really pulling a strong comeback here on map 2. Going to be going to trophy now to finish off the rotation. Interesting pick of the Warden. Maybe we can see Warden playing in walk-in closet, or maybe we'll see a 6th pick. Oh, it looks like they're going to be sticking the Warden.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see Warden playing in walk-in closet with Exposed giving in 2 ABSs and maybe some Wamai discs from the Wamai. And yeah, opening up the breach and extending with the archers being castled off. Looking like a pretty strong defensive strat set up from DN. Can they get flawless on the rotation?
5 seconds remaining.
There's complexity in the last couple of rounds that just looked shambolic. Their attacks, they haven't doubled up. They've just been playing for frags, and Exposer's going to get a small kill here onto the Jackal of Joe, bring the diffuser down with him and getting a really influential early pick onto the top player of Complexity. Really nice spawn kill from him. Nice early picks, pre-firing shots, wasting time, and moving back to site. Looks like they're going to be gravitating towards a master bedroom push. Barricade burning up the castle barricades with his impacts. And just going to be holding angles onto the rotations. And Barricade finds the head of Kashiv and takes him down. 4v4 situation now. Exposed taking a lot of damage to that Ashtod. Jumps out and Rob finishes him off, but Rob gets put down onto very little HP. Joe leaving the game interesting because they do not have a repost. Barricade finds one onto Padge but gets taken out. And now DN find himself in a 2 versus 3. And it looks like Fanatical's just going to be making his way towards the objective up red stairs. Just face checking as he pushes towards the site. Twitch also collapsing objective, and Fanatical takes him out. Yev swings around. Can he find ahead of the Warden? Yes, he can. And 5-4. No more rehosts for Complexity as they've already used it, so Joe's gonna have to join back pretty soon. Robbie on the Ash, Barakat on the Sophia, and the Ying. Pretty frag heavy lineup so far. Expose on the Warden. Interesting to see the Warden being played, but it's working pretty well considering Fnatical's been picking the Ying pretty much every attacking round. Padsic flicking from the smoke onto the mute, and the Buck being bought instead of the Blackbeard could be pretty effective considering Trophy Statue has almost all the floor being instructable apart from the small square where the default plant spot is, so Buck could be a pretty nice pick. Yeah, this is the only square that isn't indestructible out of the 2 sites, I think. Yeah. It's going to be the same lineup from DN. Unsuccessful last time, but now they're in a 5 versus 4, so it could be a different story. Looks like from the way the drones are coming, it could be a study push for Fnatic. So they don't have a hard breach now.
5 seconds left.
Will it be a study push?
Attacker's
yes, it
objective
will.
is to
3
defuse the bomb.
of the members of Complexity spawning in ruins and 1 at main road. Robbie's just going to be taking out the cam, and it looks like DN are not going to contest study side whatsoever. Casey just playing behind the statue. And Buck is not going to be going below, funnily enough. He's going to be moving towards master bedroom with Robbie. Interesting. A bit of a waste of time of them spawning ruin side and then not. Yeah, it looks like a full master bedroom push. Exposed with a nice shotgun kill onto Jades, jumping out and going for a second onto Robbie, taking him out, sniping him with the shotgun. A nice double for him. Really aggressive play. Barakat's trying to find the refrag as he swings the window. Can't quite find it, and he gets the trade onto Exposed, but the Wamai discs saving Exposed's life as they're going to get the revive off. Barakat spraying some shots in, but Exposed very low on HP, and he jumps in and finds the kill. Fanatical finds 1, bringing it into a 3 versus 2 situation. Casey finds the head of Fanatical, now a 3v1, all left up to Barakat on 40 HP on Master Balcony. From just putting more Wamai discs down to stop the utility of the Zephyr, and it's looking like it's going to be DN's round as Barakat only has 1 minute to get a 1 versus 3. The 3 remaining players of DN all on full HP, so it's not looking good for him as he's just going to rappel to the roof. Just stall out for his teammate to join back by the looks of it. Throws the drone and bolts in, and Padge finishes him off. A nice crossfire from Padge and Franck. And that is the round. 6-4 to the end. Looks like they're going to be taking this 7-4 if they carry on playing like that, as the aggressive run out working out from Expose. Nice shotgun play from him. Still Joe not coming back, so it looks like it's gonna be a tie unless Complexity can pull a comeback in a 4 versus 5, which is very unlikely as DN have been dominating the second half of this map.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Looks like it's pretty standard default setup. No rotation into study, but they're going to be having a shield at top main more than likely as they've made the rotate there. Kaisev's going to be putting his shield down here at top main. VDS from exposed.
5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
I suppose it's going to be going for a spawn kill, but none of them have spawned drones. It looks like a heavy master bedroom take, or maybe a rush. Yeah, looks like we can see a rush here. As the 4 players of complexity are just going to run on in. It looks like a red stairs rush, but Clash is just holding the red stairs down. And Rob finds one onto the Jaeger of exposed as the 4 members of complexity just rush up the stairs. They've already got it down to a 4v4, so it's looking like a pretty even game, and they've taken map control pretty quickly. IQ runs on in and finds the smoke. Padge whiffing his shots. Now taking vault control. IQ runs out of bullets and takes out Frank. An absolutely shambolic round for Padge and Frank as they just whiff their shots on the IQ, and the diffuser's down just like that. Yevon Kaisev in the 2v3 cut situation, and Rob goes down. Kaisev finds one, and it's a 2 versus 1 as Rob is down. Last one in vault. Kaisev's going for the counter defuse, but looks like Barakat will be able to make it there in time. And 7-4 DN, a nice clutch in the last round, but pretty poor plays from Padge and Frank as they're just whiffing their shots on the IQ. 7-4, DN pulling a nice comeback on map 2. So the series being a draw, nice game from both teams. But ultimately Joe leaving just meant that it was unwinnable for complexity. GG guys.
GG.
Now it's just unlucky that Joe left. I'm gonna stop the stream now, okay? They're really nice games though.
Who was the Sophia when I was stuck in like living room as Jaeger?
It was Barakat, I think.
No,
I was.
no, that's probably Robbie.
I got a reload bug. I got a reload bug 3 times in a row.
Which round? Which round?
I was the jackal tracked downstairs.
No, that wasn't me.
No, yeah,
that was Robbie then.
That was me.
Okay, GG boys. I'm gonna stop the stream now, okay? Well played, everyone.